Stephen, the news last night that Keanu Baccus is coming back to the club, I think it surprised a few fans. Just talk us through how that move came about.
We stay in touch with all the players that leave the football club, so we knew there may be an opportunity that we could get Keanu back again, and when we found out, we moved straight away, so credit to the board. We didn't mess about and we got the deal done as quick as we could, and for me he's a very, very good addition to the squad. Maybe not like all the boys that have come in that maybe need to get up to speed and know what we're doing. Keanu knows exactly what way we play. He knows the expectations at the football club now. So he'll slot right in there and be a big part of the squad.
When he moved down south a year ago or whenever it was, a few people might have expected him to go on to bigger things as well, because he was such a good player here. Are you surprised that he's been available, just a season after he's left, given how good a player he is?
Obviously I didn't follow as closely, maybe as if he was playing in Scotland, but we know what a good player he is. Sometimes you go to clubs and it doesn't maybe work out quite as you wanted. It happened to me in my playing career many times, but he's found a home here. He's loved here. Fans love him, the staff love him, the players love him, and he's got a brilliant welcome when he came in the door to the boys that were already here. So sometimes things just work for you. Sometimes you just fit in certain places, and we believe Keanu works very well at this football club, and we aim to get him back into that international squad. Obviously Keanu aims to do that, but we aim to give him the platform to do that, and we believe when he's happy on and off the pitch, then we'll get a very, very good player.
How big a signing can he be for you this season?
I think if you look at our midfield players, and Liam Donaghu's still not featured really with injury, and the strength we've got in there, it's for me arguably one of the best midfields in the league now, which is amazing to say that as manager at Mirren. So it gives us a real base to build from. Gives me problems, gives me real selection problems, I have to say. And funny, make a joke with me yesterday and said, is it not easier when it's easy to pick the team when you know exactly what you're doing and you only have maybe 12 players, but it's easier, but that's not how you win games. That's not how you progress a football club, and I believe now that we have got a really, really strong squad to hit the season after the initial loss to Celtic.
Do you need many more signings in, and if so, how many do you think you need?
I'd like another forward if possible, with real pace would be great, but it has to be the right person. We've got people in, we believe we've got a variation now where we've got wide players, albeit still trying to get Malik, who's actually got the flu this week, it probably won't be available, and John Marrow. We need to get them up to speed and up to understanding, but that'll take time. But we have got options. We've got wide options now as well. We can go 3-5-2, and we can go a back four as well. So there's lots of options in the squad. A small but very strong squad.
It's always a good sign when players are keen to come back to the club because of the atmosphere you've created here. But obviously as well, an experienced player who knows the club. When you're bringing in younger players who are new to Scottish football, it's going to help you. Settle them in and bed them in as well.
Yeah, I've said our signings aren't like for like. It's not direct replacements. It takes time to get to the level them boys got to before they left. It's different with Keanu. He already is an established international footballer, and he knows how we work. He knows the intensity of training. I think people come here and think they train hard and then really struggle with the intensity for a few months to get up to speed. So that won't be an issue with Keanu. As I say, his experience and just having him around the place again, I think everybody's buzzing with it.
Stephen, is he available for this weekend?
He may be. We're still waiting on work clearance, isn't it, or visa clearance. So that'll be touch and go whether he will be available or not.
How much of his own personal circumstances with his missus being from here, did that play a role in his decision to come?
Yeah, look, it's obviously important to be happy on and off the pitch. If you're not happy on off the pitch, then it reflects sometimes the performances. So, it's a home for Keanu. He even said that in his press. He's very, very happy to be back in Scotland. The games that you play in, people think there's big games in League One, and then you come and you play Celtic and Rangers, Aberdeen, Hibs, Hearts away from home, Dundee United, and it's a big stage to play on. It certainly put him in the international stage before and went to a World Cup, and that's his own personal aims, as you say, off the pitch. To be closer to his family is certainly a big draw, and was a big draw.
Sure. How much encouragement did you take from that game at the weekend against Celtic?
Defensively, yeah. We were solid. We were very, very hard to break down. on the ball is probably the worst I've seen us at Celtic Park. So, you know, sometimes we get clouded. I don't believe we were as good as we should have been on the ball, as good as we have been. And that's hard because you defend for 96 minutes and you end up, you're tired when you land on the ball. The front two boys do so much work and then you're asking them to go and beat people and make runs. So that's understandable, but we can be so much better in possession of the ball, and we will be on Saturday.
The fact that it did take Celtic so long, Stephen, to get that goal and then the other results across the whole weekend, is that just a reminder to everyone that there's no easy opponent this season?
There's nothing's easy. You know, Celtic Park first game's the most difficult tie that you can have, but Motherwell pose a completely different challenge, a new challenge with a new manager. But you have to be, I think every game's different. You have to be prepared differently for every game. But we try and do what we do. We try and do it as best we possibly can. We don't change too much. And we try and make the focus about ourselves, how we can be better. As I say, brilliant defensively. Can we be better on the ball? That might be changes in personnel, or it may be just, you know, with a little bit more ownership of the game and possession. So we take each game and prepare each game as it comes. But certainly there's nothing easy in this division.
Motherwell managed to get a point in their opening game against Rangers. What have you made of what Jens is trying to do there?
The same as everybody else, trying to win football matches. You know, people make big things of doing things differently. Nothing's really changed in football. You know, football's been the same for a long, long time. So everyone's got a slight different way of doing it, but still 11v11, and that's you know, he's a manager with good experience. You know, he'll bring a different stamp onto it and put a little bit of different slant onto how they play. But it's very similar players, so we know their players. We know what we'll be up against, and certainly, you know, he's got a point on the board against one of the old firm teams, so he'd be pleased with that, and Motherwell will be pleased with that. But a different task facing us as well at home, and we go into the game very confident.
Do you kind of relish as a manager coming up against a new opponent who's maybe got a wee bit different style to the previous manager at Motherwell as well?
Yeah, every manager's got a slightly different style, but as I say, like, football doesn't change much. You know, we use different terminology, and everyone's on social media thinking they're experts now with the different terminology, but it hasn't changed that much. You need to do the basics very well. Motherwell's manager will know that as well, and he'll do that. Obviously, we've got a way we'll play. We'll go and press teams, and they will try and play out, and they've done it very well against Rangers at times. But also gives you opportunities to take the ball off them as well. So we go in well versed in what we're going to face, and we go in as they probably will as well. That we believe we can get points.
Is it kind of every game you go out, you just trying to stamp your kind of style and your approach onto the game and make sure that's the dominant feature of the game?
Yeah, you know, our style and our play of high energy and playing in the opposition's half and playing really good football in the opposition's half with a real work ethic has got us top 6 in 3 years in a row. So I don't believe we need to change that much. I believe we need other options when games are really tight, which we've brought in, and trying to get them up to speed in terms of wider players, as I alluded to earlier. But no, you don't change what's not broken, you just try and make it better.
Stephen, just in terms of what you said there about football never really changes, you know, teams have been playing different styles of football forever. There's been a bit of discourse this year about the league in general changing, with Motherwell now trying to kind of move it out the back, which they hadn't done previously. Obviously, Russell Martin's come into Rangers and they look like they're doing the same thing. You've got Jimmy Tilleen at Aberdeen. Do you feel that the league is slightly going that way, or do you feel that the league will always be the same? You know, it'll always be a mix of different styles?
I think it's always a mix. It depends on what you can bring in the football club. I believe a good manager plays to the strength of his players, not what he really wants to do. We've all got ideas. We all want to play like Pep. You know, I'd love to play like Pep, but unfortunately we don't. I think with this Pep spent about 500 million to get that like that. We might not be able to get quite close to that. So you play to the strength of your players. If you've got real pace and energy up front, play them behind for them, make them run under the ball. That's what they're very good at. If you've got brilliant technical players in midfield, come through midfield. If you've got centre halves that can play out from the back, play out from the back. So I believe good managers and your tactics and your beliefs have to go around the playing staff that you can recruit and the playing staff that you have available to you.
Stephen Seaman said earlier you think you've got one of the best midfields in the country. Is that the sort of stuff you tell your players to get more out of them?
No, it's what I believe. I genuinely believe, you know, perhaps out with Celtic, we've got 5 really, really good players in midfield, and you know a midfield of I mean Killian Phillips, who's on fire at the moment, a full international footballer. Keanu Baccus, a full international footballer. Captain Mark O'Hara, Liam Donnelly, Austin Smith. I believe we've got really, really good midfield players that can match anybody on their day.
Any other squad news? Malik's got the flu. Is he?
Malik's Mia's touch and go. Malik, whether we're able to put him on the bench tomorrow. He trained yesterday, but he's just come down with a little bug. There has been a bug going around for the last couple of weeks, as probably everybody's in the world's feeling at the moment. But Alex Yakoveti, we've agreed that Alex will leave the football club, and he's going to look at other opportunities, which probably will be announced later on today. And we don't want to stand in his way. He's a great lad who's given absolutely everything. We've very unfortunate with injuries while he's been at the football club. And we've agreed a loan deal for James Scott to go out and get football as well. So it balances the squad up and finances up as well. So and both those players will be announced later today.
You mentioned Liam Donnelly. How is he?
It's still a few weeks away. He's making good progress, but it's a slow injury with his Achilles one. You have to take your time over and make sure that it's 100% right before he comes back. But we've got good competition in that area, and he'll certainly add to that when he's fit again.
Thank you. Good luck.
Cheers. Thank you.